Aysha-Samon Stokes Mother's Day went just as planned. She arrived at Kindred Space LA Birth Center around 10 p.m. on May 9, stepped into a bathtub and shortly before midnight pushed her newborn son, Nikko, into the arms of her boyfriend, Richmond. Minutes later, she climbed into a bed, wrapped her arms around the baby and breastfed him as Heartbreak Anniversary by Giveon played in the background and Richmond massaged her feet. She felt relieved and happy, surrounded by her niece, boyfriend, sister and 2 midwives, who carefully guided her through labor. There was something else giving her peace of mind. Her childbirth bill was covered by the Victoria Project, a non-profit that helps women in Los Angeles County pay their childbirth-related expenses. First in a series, Pregnant During the Pandemic, coming Monday, Black midwives have been in high demand during the pandemic. But are there enough of them to handle the influx of clients? Stokes found out about the Victoria Project during her last trimester from midwives Allegra and Kimberly Durdin, who run Kindred Space LA. It was not a single event that made her consider home birth, she said, but rather a series of memories from her previous 2 pregnancies, an obstetrician-gynecologist who couldn't remember her name, a nurse who ignored her plea for an epidural when her pain became intolerable, and a C-section with her first pregnancy that she felt was unnecessary. Something else was at stake once she began learning about the high mortality rate among women like herself. "A lot of Black women die in the hospital and that does concern me," said Stokes, 26. The coronavirus has wreaked havoc on many women's birth plans, forcing them to adjust to quickly changing hospital policies, and in some cases labor in isolation and even opt for home birth. The pandemic has been especially hard on mothers like Stokes, who even before the pandemic had been part of terrifying statistics that show Black women in the US have more than a 3 times higher risk of dying during pregnancy and childbirth than white women. Black mothers and infants have been disproportionately affected by pregnancy and birth-related complications. Nearly 700 women die each year in the U.S. as a result of pregnancy-related complications. In Southern California, in 2018, the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health pledged to work on reversing the trend and reducing the county's gap in Black and white infant mortality rates by 30% by 2023. Dr. Deborah Allen, Deputy Director of the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health, said, "Midwives are a very important voice, but they are a very small group of people. They're all wonderful, but they have to be part of something bigger. It has to go way beyond that. It has to include medical professionals."